Hello there, folks. I'm Charmaine Renault, your Pocket Rocket Healer. I'm here to help you physically and emotionally be well. And today I want to share with you some foundations for your health about your pH, your hormones, and the power of your mind chatter. And to do that, I'll share the screen here so you get some more information so you can see what I'm talking about a little bit more. And at the end of this, please ask questions. Don't be afraid. Ask what you would like to know and see how you can go. So here we go. So your pH, your hormones, and the power of your mind chatter affect who you are, your health, your well-being, physically and emotionally. And through the Women's Health Hub, I help share and let people understand more about how they can look after themselves from a home perspective and what you can do. So we want to be able to trust the woman you were designed to be, to know that she is healthy, to know that she has the energy to go out there and do things, to be able to enjoy life. But you need to know your strengths to do that. What are your personal strengths? Because we're all individuals, and fear will stop us from walking out the door or being part of an activity. Fear will stop us from speaking out. Fear will stop us from actually joining into something. So it's important to know your strengths because you are personal. For me, I am a healer. I know I've healed hundreds over the years with my practice. And then even today, from the physical and emotional, because they all intertwine. And that teaches you to trust the woman you are designed to be. Once you know your strengths, you can do that. And it takes a little bit to discover your personal strengths. And then that helps you jumpstart into your personal power. Because once you have your own personal power and you're able to get out there and share with the world who you are and what you can do, it makes a big difference to how you feel, how you achieve, and what you become. But with your pH, your hormones, and the power of your mind chatter, this will affect your personal strength, your personal power. So what is pH? Now, if you think of a pool, when a pool is in good balance, it's clean, it's pristine, and you feel like jumping in. It's great fun, isn't it? Whereas if your pH is out of balance, and like a pool, it goes green, murky, it's dull and dreary, it doesn't want to go anywhere. But what does the pH, how can you get pH? Now, there's 4 primary filters in our body, and those primary filters are major organs in our system, such as your digestive system, your immune system, your liver, and your kidneys. And those particularly 4 is we put things in, like let's look at the digestive system. We're eating food, it goes into our body, and then our body, if it's in pristine condition, it disperses what you need and takes the goodness, the minerals, what you require for your body to function well. With the immune system, it's what we breathe in and the filters in our body, the filters in our nose and in our esophagus and down into our lungs. There's all lots of little filters there. And if they're working at their optimum, it stops us from getting colds and flus or viruses. It creates a covering around oneself. And then your liver, well, our food, etc. it doesn't go into our liver, but the food then produces blood, and that blood goes through our liver, and our liver needs to process that and put it out into the rest of our body, into our organs, so that we have the energy, the vitality to get out there. And with the kidneys, the fluids we drink, making sure that those fluids we have, that they process, we take the goodness out of those fluids, just like the digestive system, take the goodness out of those fluids. And they're your 4 primary filters. And if they're working effectively, your pH will be perfect. And the ideal pH is 6.8. If you've ever tested your pH, which you can do from home, and if you need some assistance with that, just let me know. There's little testers. It's like a pool tester, but they have different colors on it, and those colors represent your pH. We'd regularly test people in my clinic, but you can do that from home. I can send you some little strips for you to do that. So your pH is vital for you to have vitality, energy, and confidence in who you are. But what stops having good pH? Toxins is one, and there's varying toxins. These days, our environment, the things we touch, our furniture, even the clothes we wear often have chemicals in. And since World War II, there's about 50,000 new chemicals in our environment that have never been tested. And our skin is a very good absorber, constantly absorbing, and it will absorb toxins just as good as, or as much as, any good energy of like essential oils and that. So being aware, toxins are constantly bombarding us. And they do say that standing on the corner of the road and cars going past, there's less toxins there than there is in your own home. And that's a scary thought. So keeping things minimal within the house can make a difference, whether that's your plastics, whether it's the cleaning agents that you use, and making sure that, okay, you're using minimum of any chemicals out there. And the nutritional biochemistry. So from that perspective, when we eat, if our digestion's working properly, it'll break down and get all the vitamins and minerals that you really need. However, these days we might go and buy excellent products, excellent foods from our supermarkets or our shops, but if the body's not working effectively, it won't help, and vice versa. I've never been one to think I have to go and do organic because it's always been expensive for me. However, when I do get my fruit and veggies, I make sure that I give them a wash with a bit of vinegar, just clean them off a little bit. But then it's also our chewing. Our chewing can make a difference for the nutrition to be into and help our body. And structurally, our body, is a machine basically, and that machine needs to be working effectively. So if we've damaged ourselves, or our joints can often get damaged because we're not cleaning our system, like the toxins have got blocked, and dampness from a Chinese medicine gets stuck in the joints, and that's where pain can come in and affect who you are. And stress. We know stress affects our bodies in many ways. However, it's what we put in our mouths that can affect us, but it's also what comes out of our mouth that can affect us. So stress and anger affects the liver, the irritability, the frustration. And these days at the moment, because we're going through the COVID concerns, we're isolated, and it depends what we think up here will affect who we become and how all this is going to pan out for you, and how it will affect your pH. So coming back to your pH, it's affected from the digestive system, which we mentioned, the liver, the immune system, the kidneys, and all of those are your filters. However, if they get clogged up or blocked or damaged in whatever way, in the long run, and this is a process, it doesn't happen overnight, it's a process, it can affect your heart. And that heart is vital to have working well for us to live, of course. And all of those 5 systems there that you're looking at, if one's out, it will pull the other out. But that's another story. I'd have to go through that a different way. What it can lead to, though, is arthritis, diabetes, cancer, obesity, and chronic tiredness. All of those things. We all know somebody who's had one of those conditions, if not 2 of those conditions. And it's sad to watch people in pain, unable to move, haven't got any energy, and constantly feeling sick. It's not a good situation. And that's where you can learn to kickstart your body, to get it healthy and well so you can look after it. And that's about getting that alkalinity within your body so your pH is correct and balanced. So that's one part of the story. Your pH will affect the hormones and your mind chatter. So now as we go into the hormones, if you have anxiety, cravings, depression, water retention, or pain, these can be because of your hormones are out of balance. And as women, it's quite a juggling act, and we go through different stages through the ages. And those different stages through the ages, you need different balancing from the liver particularly, because the liver deals with our hormones specifically, and our kidneys too. But I often find it's the liver for PMS and for insomnia, and that cravings will affect that as well. So it's about getting those hormones into balance. And as we talked last night on the Women's Health Hub, the hormones, one particular lady, she didn't realize that the anxiety and the depression and was because the hormones are out. And often we don't understand that. But you can get it back into natural balance through through iodine and through different herbs that you can have. So don't ever think you're alone here. You can change your body and help your body be at its optimal peak. And that leads me then to the mind chatter. Obviously, we've got the anxiety because the hormones can be out and the pH can be out. And even the depression can be affected. So the power of your mind chatter, what we need to do is learn to be able to flip that switch of that monkey mind chatter, change that. And there are different strategies that you can do. And we can quite easily talk about them, whether it's journaling, whether it's affirmations, whether it's meditation. But it just doesn't happen overnight. It takes activity of constancy. And then if we're having difficult sleeping, excuse me, difficult sleeping, obviously that comes back to our hormones, but it also comes back to we're exhausted the next day and it's hard to keep going. It's hard to think, oh, I'm motivated to go and do X, Y, Z. So being aware sleeping will affect your mind chatter. And fear, well, that can come back from our past, from history, with relationships of family, friends, whatever might have happened in our past. And if we don't clear our past concerns, that layer will sit there and it will just fester. It'll get bigger and bigger, like that pH of the pool. It gets greener and greener. It gets stronger and stronger, and it can overtake you. And it's the same with guilt. Guilt can be because we've been taught a certain way to do something, or we've been told you're not good enough. However, that's not true. That might be their perceptions, but you can be stronger in yourself and you can change. So don't ever think your mind chatter has to control you. You can make it a positive and a confident mind chatter. So if you need any more help, give us a call. If you want to know more information, whether it's diet, whether it's physical or emotional, whether it's diet related or tips and strategies, let me know and I'm happy to help you. So I'm Charmaine Reno, your pocket rocket, helping you heal and physically and emotionally. So I look forward to seeing you again. Follow me on the YouTube if you like and pick up information. Try them, see how you go and let me know. I look forward to seeing you.